Hello, Triple Threat Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Lobotomy Corporation with BlueAnkylo, and the YouTube live chat, and the Twitch live chat tonight. So if you're watching along on the side of your screen, you can see all the different people hanging out on this fine Saturday evening. This is stream number 5, so we've already done most of the easy stuff, and today things are going to get a little bit crazy. We have the Prince of all Zayyans, which is probably not a Zayyan. We have a mystery Zayyan, number 1. We picked it out by accident. Totally not on purpose. And then because I thought I hadn't had any Alephs, I picked another one last night. So we got 3. That'll be great. Let's see how it goes. In between episodes, we recruited another viewer, and I put the best armor we got on Fella. So he's got the cool pink Aleph tier armor, which gives him the best odds of surviving the new monsters, abnormalities. Let's go. Alright, let's go have a look. I did spoil this at the beginning of the pre-stream, but if you didn't see the pre-stream, there we go. So, I am a little familiar with this guy and not really very familiar with this one. I think I know what to do here, but not 100% what to do there. We have, at the very least, successfully researched this thing. So we should know how to handle it. If you want to remember some important... Let's do a quick base review, because there's a couple things to remember with our current setup. The main thing here for this guy is you don't want employees or janitors to die. Where is it? Somewhere in here. Every 5 dead employees, janitors or otherwise, drops the counter. Once it gets to 0, it's probably going to be bad. And we can increase this by suppressing something else. So, for instance, we could let Mothman get out, beat him up, and then that would rebuild that counter. So that's okay. The first person we send to the Night of Despair can't work the day, so be careful who we send in. We can mostly ignore him. Let's see. Ice Queen, good trainer. Don't look at the box when we're working on it. Back and forth, repression, not repression with beauty. The bird, just let it peck you. The dog, feed it once in a while, don't ignore it. The tree will eat people once in a while if we're not careful. The robot, it's not that bad. Old prisoner guy, we can mostly forget about him. If he escapes, we'll just smack him. Big Bad Wolf, for now, totally safe. Basically, as long as we don't have his nemesis, not much to worry about. So, pretty safe. What else do we got here? Space Spider, no big deal. The HR Spider, pretty safe, honestly. So most of the things in our base are pretty handleable, except for the stuff down here. So let's get to work. So, because this is a new floor, first day on a new floor, one thing, like I said earlier, I like to have people on the second floor, because from here, you can more quickly get to this hallway and this hallway, whereas from here, you walk all the way over. It's the same thing here, so that the exits go this way to this way, and this way to this way. So if you want to get to these new ones, it's probably more useful to be down here. Now, that doesn't help you get up, but it will help us get to these two. Okay, so we're going to start with this guy, because I think I know what to do with him, or at least what not to do. So we got a story. Sometimes the story gives us a little bit of a tip on how to start, and I only sort of remember these things a little bit. So this place is always like this, but just like any day, an accident of mass casualties occurred here. The reason was the same as always. Someone escaped, and attempting to stop that escape brought on another escape, and so on. Luckily, the departments were sealed off before it could get any worse, and everyone died in the same place. It became a mountain of bodies, literally. This was something no one wanted to clean up. Normally, it would be taken care of within the day, but due to the horrific nature of the accident, the cleanup was delayed, with authorization from this department, Sapphira. Don't ask me what department it was, I don't remember the details. Alright, so, the main thing. It's not very friendly, right? It doesn't look very friendly. I don't think attachment is going to be the way to do it. Maybe instinct, maybe repression. I'm just not feeling the insight on it. I think I'm going to start with instinct and we'll see how it works. And we'll send in the big guns. Alright. Let's learn the story. Off to a good start. It does do black damage. It is black. It does black damage, so 0.4, pretty good. There's going to be some crying kids outside. I just watched their balloon fly away into the distance. If you hear them screaming, that's what it is. They're not my kids. It waits for the smell of blood coming soon, keeping all the laughs of those who could not be seen here. This is working out really well. That's why we never start with repression. And clearly you don't want to get attached to this. So Fella's going to survive, no problem about it. 0.4, Aleph tier. Once you've got 1 Aleph armor, these guys usually aren't too bad. This is great. This is great! As long as it doesn't immediately eat anybody. Alright, so we did learn before, every time you work in Aleph, minus 6%. Was, or minus 4% per work. These guys are a little bit harsher. So what do we get? 20 points. That's not a whole lot. We could learn about, you know, which one to pick, but honestly, Instinct was fine. Let's just pick some tips. So when an employee who worked inside died, the clip-off counter reduced. So don't die. Good job. If you enter wounded, the clip-off counter reduces. That's probably a good tip. When it's bad results, the clip-off counter is reduced. Okay, we got 3 different ways to reduce the counter. So don't die, don't enter injured, and what was the other one? Something. Don't do a bad job. That's standard. Never do a bad job. Alright, so we're going to send Fella in again. Fella's going to get a lot of action today. What is repression good for? So far, the robot over here, and the robot over here. Basically, we have a couple robots that we can repress. Beauty and the Beast, sort of, and not much else. Repression is like the oddball, usually. It's not your... I would not recommend it if you're just playing along. Generally, don't start with repression. It might work, but it's more likely it'll be one of the other 3. It's kind of the most difficult stat to train, primarily. Alright, so we got a minus 6% odds here, but I think we can still do reasonably well, so we're trying again. If it looks like the creature enjoys being beaten up, yeah, that might be fair. Actually, did it work on the Forsaken Criminal? It might have worked on him. I just feel like repression is rarely the right thing to start with, so probably not a good first move. Look at this, we got an even higher score with 6% penalty. Fella, look at this, the MVP! Surviving the new Aleph. That's great. So with that, we can just barely finish off a section. That's a lot of tips. So that'll help a little bit. Let's read through some tips. So this is the trouble here, there we go. When 10 or more employees die, the clip-off counter is decreased. We don't have execution bullets, so don't even worry about that. When escaping, it seems to be sensitive to corpses, kind of like its story suggested. When suppressing, it's recommended to make sure no one dies. I mean, that's the goal, generally. It will keep it away from the dead. Great. So if you've blah, blah, blah. If its suppression has not been completed on the previous level, you must be very careful to prevent any deaths inside the section where it's located. So this is going to be like a translation thing. I'm not sure exactly what they mean here. Not been completed on the previous level. I don't know if that's going to be like the emergency level or something. Not exactly sure what they mean. Or if that's like, if it escapes here, you want to make sure... I don't know. Who knows? Mystery. And then our final tip. When other entities spawn from its main body after escaping, reducing its HP to 0 does not suppress it. It will only be suppressed by attacking the main body continuously, reducing its HP and removing all other spawned entities. So, I have seen this before. Like I said, I'm not 100% blind here. It gets worse the more people it eats, more corpses it eats. So, the reason I'm not too worried, one of the reasons I'm not panicking here, is... Well, I don't know if we could suppress it at the moment. Oh, we actually do have our first bullets. This is brand new, by the way. We've never seen these before. We can put little shields on people. This will reset every clip-off meltdown, and it just absorbs some red damage for a little while. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what this little bar is, in case I forgot to mention it, which I think I forgot. Yeah, suppress is poke to death with spears and shoot. Suppress is work sorry, repress is here, suppress is here when you shoot them. That's the difference. Yeah, that's the way. Okay, so the hardest part is keeping the counter down via employee death. So this is what's going to be interesting, is essentially we've got 2 Aleph tiers that essentially will break out on employee deaths. So the worst case scenario right now is we get something like a Violet Noon or pretty much any Dusk Ordeal, which just insta-kills all of our janitors, and, well, they both break free immediately. And I don't think we could stop them at our current equipment level. The trick will be, in my opinion, I know I'm spending a lot of time getting started here, we're going slow today, but the point that I'm trying to say is, our job is to get enough Aleph armor and weapons from these things that we can handle them breaking loose in the future. If you only had 1, that might not be enough, but with 3 sets of armor, maybe we'll be able to handle it. Maybe. Anyway, minus 12%, we're going to give this one more shot, because so far this has been fairly successful. The bullets are in need here. Oh, the execution bullets, yeah. So unfortunately, we need to go through today, another day, and then the 5th day of the section. So that's 1, 2, 3 days. Then we'll unlock another section, 6 days. Then we'll get a quest, 7 days. So we've got about 7 days, or 7 or 8 days, I think, will be necessary before we can even get execution bullets, which is, of course, what would be useful for handling both of those. So that's not an option. And in fact, I'm pretty sure execution bullets help with her as well. So yeah. Anyway, the good news is we can work these things. The trick will be getting the energy before a ordeal hits us that lets them out, basically. And so far, fella is just doing amazing. Like, this is totally good. So I don't think I'm going to try it past 18% because I'm not that excited. We're going to go with... I'm actually going to save my points because I don't care about these very much. I'd rather get the 3%. No, well, I don't know how successful he'll be next time. I want to save my points to make sure we get the 3% success as soon as we can. It's alright, Pug. Don't worry about it. We're pretty far in. We're on day 20-something, so it makes a lot more sense if you follow from the beginning. Now, again, without metagaming it too much, we have to be more careful when we work on this thing. We do want to work on it to start unlocking things. And I'm pretty sure it will be fella again. But let's wait till we're closer to the end of the day for reasons that I'm sure you'll be aware of soon enough. Basically, I'm just preventing us to do an automatic reset, because we'll basically have to do that. The waifu yeah, well, you know. It's got a little mechanic that I'm aware of. So let's just do some easy stuff here. Well, actually, not easy. I want to test this out. So we're going to try... Oops, right, don't do that. We definitely don't want to do protection. It drops the counter. Yeah, we're going to try a HE class armor that's resistant to white. Robert, here you go. You're going to train up for your date with the slime waifu. The -% is the PE boxes, not the chance of red or green. Oh, that's interesting to know. I thought it affected your success rate. We've got conflicting chat. That's pretty standard. And to be fair, even if he fails here, he just panics. We can deal with that, so... It's actually kind of nice. This is probably one of the nicer early Alephs to deal with, because white damage is one of the few things you can recover from. If it's black or red or pale, you're probably just dead, so we can actually save him if something bad happens. I'm pretty sure the percentage here affects success rate, because I've watched our average scores drop down as it builds up, pretty much for sure. Alright, look at that. No problem at all. Lots of points. If it does affect the PE boxes, that makes sense too, so. So we definitely want to get that gun today, no problem there. And we got to train up some stats. So the wolf is probably our best instinct trainer at the moment. And now we can see our central command team. So the bottom team's fine. The middle team, well, obviously Robert's going to have a busy day because he needs to work on... But can he survive the wolf? He's weak to red. I'll try. We'll try. If he dies terribly, he dies terribly. Now, I'll try this. I'm pretty sure this doesn't work, but I'm pretty sure the bullet protections only apply to, like, the hallway battles. I don't think it applies to in-room work, but we'll see. I don't think that'll change anything, but it... Well, yeah, I mean, it did that. So if he dies here, then that's my mistake. It just breaks... Holy smokes. Robert, you're doing terrible with the wolf. Is he actually going to die here? Come on, Robert. I thought he would do a little bit better than whatever this is. You still have a chance. He's got a chance! He lives by, like, 1 hit. Holy smokes. Okay, I was risking it there. So that's a 1 rank below weakness to red. Yeah, that's probably not the smartest thing we ever did, but he did survive, you know, by 1 hit. That just, warm and yap. Just practice. Gotta keep chat on their toes. Alright, what else are we gonna do? We got probably 3 more works before the meltdown. Let's send someone into the night, because it is good training. Let's see. Fella, we don't want to lose Fella, because we need him downstairs. But, like, anybody that's basically max stats that we don't need to do work right now, we just need them to fight, they could basically hang out with the Knight of Despair. It's no big deal. They don't really gain anything. So Jelka, you can go work that. That'll get rid of the bonus, or the blessing, whatever we want to call it. And then somebody else can, then we can work it safely, basically. I will send, while we're doing that, Robert, like I said, is getting a really busy day. He's going to go 1 more time over here. And I think we can trust him in there with his white armor. So those guys should be fine. We're not going to work on this thing yet. And we're avoiding the melting thing for a little bit. The anime girl. Big Bad Wolf, someone could work. Just someone that has the right armor. So, yeah, like for instance, Turkey here, although already has a lot of HP, we can max out their attachment pretty safely with 0.6 red damage. Just to demonstrate here for anyone new to the stream, this is the difference between weak to and resisting to. I am quite happy with Knight of Despair, honestly. And honestly, I'm quite happy with the Big Bad Wolf. This was the great first wall to get. Like, as long as you don't have his compatriot, he seems super safe. Alright, so good. 4%. So we got 1 more safe one and then a meltdown, no big deal. Let's send some of the newbies off to work the robots, because that's no big deal. Let's send... Well, I don't know if I can trust these guys too much. Mia will be okay. I think High... These things do a fair bit of damage, but it's generally not too bad. And we'll send someone to the other robot while we're at it. Information team, there we go. So Hades, people with like level 2 justice, give or take. These seems to be a pretty good way to work it. So we'll get them started. Once that hits, we'll get our first meltdown of the day. Because I'm trying to get energy quickly as well, we're going to focus on the higher rank abnormalities. Because the wrong ordeal will give us a real bad time. Alright, so the tree, well, you know, we don't have a choice. I could try to get a normal result, but it's just, the odds are not good. So let's just accept that it gets some leaves. We'll send Daubry in. And then the wolf again. Sure, no problem. Let's send Turkey again, because we know he can survive. And that's it. That's the meltdown. Easy. Or wait, was there 3? Yeah, there was 3. Sorry. Don't forget about the puppy dog. You know what? Casco, welcome to the team. Your first job of the day is to deal with the puppy. You'll probably be fine. We have the the Frost Queen. Did it go? No, I think there was only 3. 1, 2, 3. We don't have that big of a facility yet. We don't get more than 3 on the first day. First cycle. This is what we get for low justice scores, though. Let's just make sure he lives. This is his first job. We got to show it off. The puppy did have some bad times early on. Mostly because we didn't have very good stats. He's really not that hard, but his good counter is very high. Like, a 10 out of 12 is... We still weren't... You know, it doesn't give you a lot of leeway there. And if you get a normal... There is... No, normals are fine. It's the bads. You have to get over 7. Like 7 or up and you're fine. That's not so bad. As long as you're not terrible, instinct's pretty safe. But still, when you're starting out with level 1 employees, that's still a little bit tricky. Alright, so we got a new cycle. Everybody's reset. Priorities here will be the mountain. I mean, spoilers, it's probably called the mountain. And the other thing. We'll probably work on this thing on the next cycle, once we're a little bit closer to full. It's not a real spoiler. I mean, like, to be fair, there's probably people watching that have never played the game before, but, you know, you'll see soon enough. Fella, get in there. You're more upset that I picked Queen over King? Did I make a selection earlier that I wasn't aware of? Alright, I think we'll send Robert one more time to work with the pink love. Or, not pink. Well, it started out as the pink love. It's not so pink anymore. Oh, chat. There you go, chat. You guys... Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with a lot of chats. It's one of the downsides, I've got 2 different windows. One for YouTube, one for Twitch. It's hard to keep up with. I apologize. I don't know how the professionals do it, man. I don't know how they do it. Alright, so... Punishing Bird escaped. I like to also send the newbies to handle that. So, Casco, you are our bird whisperer for the day. You know what to do. Sounds like you know what to do. You just run around there for a minute. It'll be fine. This is the trial of the newbies. It's totally normal. There we go. Good job. That's good. Alright, what else we got? Looks like pretty good success down there. 22, fella. And a 23 from Robert. Okay, so I'll start sending someone other than Robert to that one. And let's see. We should spend our points. There we go. So now you know the official name, the Mountain of Smiling Bodies. It's actually pretty easy to get it good, and a normal's not that bad either. You only have to not get bads. Getting a 10 out of 30 is pretty terrible. You'll probably just die at that point. The blue is the biggest no spoiler rule breaker. Well, that's because I'm the boss. I can choose which rules I have to follow. Anyway, that's good. Let's keep at it. We can see the clip-off counter now. So as employees die, this will go down. Essentially 20 dead janitors and he breaks out. So that would be bad. Fella, you just keep at it. And we will send someone else over here, because I definitely want that weapon. Our first Aleph weapon. So, I think I've sent Robert in like 3 times or so, right? He's probably pretty close to max SP by now, so let's send in Drow a couple times. Also, or wait, actually maybe not. Weak to white. Yeah, okay, change of plans. It's gotta be Robert or someone on the bottom team, which... Well, you know what? Rides, you're in chat somewhere. You can give this one a shot. Yeah, I gotta remember to be careful with the Aleph tiers. Once we get some better armor, then we can send in whoever we want. But for now, it's gotta be sort of armor specific. So, I haven't seen this thing escape yet, ever, so I don't really know what it does. I don't know if we can handle any Aleph Prince of all Zaans. I don't think we can handle it escaping at the moment. I mean, we have essentially 2 Wa-tiered employees and 1 sort of Aleph. That's not much. But we are essentially probably 2 works away from the gun. And we have enough to get another speed upgrade. So we can learn. If it does escape, you'd want to use red weapons primarily. But we still have a ways to go. I think we're safe up to at least 1 more try here. I might be able to handle the Prince of all Zaans. Yeah, I mean, some Alephs aren't as bad. My very first one, my very first playthrough, I got... Well, again, I don't want to spoil everything, but I got censored the very first time. And I got him early, like, oh boy. He was, like, up here. Yeah, he was, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He was number 10. And I got censored, and it was just... Yeah, that one wasn't working. You pretty much just went crazy as soon as you saw it, so... And if it escaped, it was GG, so... If it is manageable, that would be nice, for sure. Alright, okay, we're starting to get from high down to common here, you can see. And I don't know if I trust that. I need to find a better way. I wonder if right-click breaks that. Yeah, censored, not so fun. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I want to start to speed this up again. I'm lagging here a little bit. We're taking too much time. Let's train up some more. Yeah, Robert, let's get him all his stats maxed out. He's probably going to be our number 4 at this point. Once we've got more armor to go with. Big Bad Wolf, always good to work with at this point in the game. We'll let Pixel go. That's 2. I think I got 2 more. Just make sure I do this right. I'd hate to set off the Purple Dawn without being a little... I mean, this one's not that scary, but I like to be prepared. Alright, Turkey is working towards level 5. Justice. And so is Thorinum. You guys can just give that a go. No problem. We did have a chance to get the orchestra dude, but I explicitly skipped that one. That's one Aleph that I think I will be not trying to get, because that was my second Aleph I ever got. And, well, orchestra's kind of a jerk. He's got some cool armor, but... Alright. That was not a very successful little helper job over there, by the way. Much better on Schadenfreude. Okay, so... anything I need to be worried about here? Let's go with the preventative strategy. Anybody that we're scared of breaking free, we're gonna sort of guard the hallway. I don't really want to find out what the Knight of Despair does if she breaks out, although actually she won't. The only way she'll break out is if whoever's got the shield dies or whatever, so she's fairly safe. I've never seen her break out, so I don't know. I think probably the things could break out the Big Bad Wolf, so let's be a little bit careful there. I'd prefer not to have to fight the little helper, and I'd prefer Schadenfreude didn't get out. I'm being a little bit overly cautious here. This won't be a big deal, but just being extra protective. The capo guy, that's the orchestra thing. I did not enjoy. Not a good time. Let's send Casco over here to work the bird. In case you're wondering, I do have slight priority for live viewers to get a little bit extra work done, so they gain stats a little quicker, get a little bit more action. Alright, so Dawn of Violet should be nothing to worry about. Even the newbies, I think, will be fine. Pixel can probably solo that. These guys just aren't that tough. That one's in the right hallway. I guess the control room... or the command room. Does it only get 1 monster? I thought they might get 2, but... yeah, there it is. I was on the wrong side. Okay, so they get 2... and then 1 prairie department. We're going to send 2 that way, and then I'll send some backup. Yeah, Pixel's doing that one on his own, so we'll send backup that way. It should be fine. Honestly, I'm overdoing it. These things are no big deal. These little guys, they deal a little bit of black damage, but, I mean... it's more just, you know, gotta kill them reasonably quickly. If the newbies can handle it, everybody can handle it. Okay. So let's see. We're almost done on our energy quota, so we'll be able to get out of here fairly easily. It's probably time to start getting a little bit of practice on probably the most dangerous abnormality we've got at the moment. At least... so long as we're not doing employee deaths. So we're gonna keep working on these things. For now, just Robert, because no one else has white armor. I need to switch those guys up to have better white resistance. And I'm gonna send in Fella, so... let's see, what should we use for this thing? Actually, did I get enough points? Wow. We're still 10 points short on this one. It looks like repression actually would be successful here, so that's an option as well. To pick out our first work style, because we actually haven't tried it yet, let's read a little bit of the story. A melted slime. Its resemblance to human is revealed when inspected closely. The containment unit is covered in mucus secreted from the abnormality. That's great. Now... Fella, I'm thinking insider attachment. Given what I know, what little I know, I feel like attachment might be the way to go. You'll find out soon. Good luck. Meanwhile, everybody else is just working. I want to make sure, primarily, we've got enough energy to get out of here if we need to. So somebody can go work on a couple things in the background. That'll get us over the edge. You're resistant to red, so those guys will be fine. That should get us enough energy. Here we go, fella. Time to learn. So, she makes people who look at it feel affection. See, that's kind of like... I feel like emotion is probably the right way to go, right? Temperance, the emotional option. Pink slime. She's sliding around the containment unit. Yeah, this is great. If fella feels like... If fella decides to neglect the sanitary protocols, it will result in slime hell. Unknowingly, her army grows day by day. Oh, this is a very successful choice. I think I either remembered or guessed correctly, whatever that is. Black damage. Is that black damage? Heard a sound. Right. Fella has been blessed. This is kind of what I was worried about. Okay, need to get back over there. So, I think if we watch him, you can figure the mechanic out without having to read it. If we just keep an eye on him over here. He's got a cool little heart. And I think... There you go. Little area of effect something. So I think he's going to be quarantined for the moment, basically. And I would love to have bullets that shot people, but that's just not an option at the moment. So anyway, fella's over here. He's going to work on this thing for a while. We do have enough energy to escape should things go bad. I mean, if... I don't think you'll turn into a slime. Probably. Alright. So, 28 points. That was a great start. Let's get some of these tips out of the way. Clip-off counter decreased when the work was bad or normal. That's the first one we've had yet that's actually hard to work on. You've got to get a good result. It's not as bad as the orchestra thing, but we definitely need to get high scores. So, we had a good, right? Was that... It was green for sure, yeah. So we had a good start. Step 2. She gives a lump of slime to the first employee who conducted any work other than repression. See, you never use repression. The lump heals fella's mental health and increases the chance of success of work. So he'll be even better in his second attempt. However, further observation is required to decide how the effect of the lump changes according to the state of her. So I'm not sure exactly how that works, but we better keep an eye on him. Clip-off counter decreased when fella, essentially at the moment, finishes repression work. The employee blessed with slime. And finally, the employees who are in the same area as fella can be infected by the slime by low chance. This is what I was worried about. This is why I saved it for now. The employee who is infected by the slime, you know, janitor number 2, can be distinguished with the trace of slime on their cheeks. The employee who was in contact with janitor number 2 was infected with low chance, so it spreads. And then eventually your skin changes color. So they did give us kind of a hint. Actually not here. Oh, it was in the dialogue, right? The army keeps growing kind of thing. Something about that. We did get a bit of a hint. So this is the little bit I knew. I don't know everything about this thing, but I did know that there's sort of a containment protocol that would help. So that's why we're going a little bit more careful, and that's why it would be lovely to have an execution bullet to kill any employee that gets infected. But I can't, so we're gonna have to just be very, very careful. So enjoy that. So while we start this up, we got a few more works we can do. Let's see, we're at -6. Do we have enough? Oh, we can afford it. Hold on. Congratulations! We had exactly enough points for the gun. So that's awesome. It's, reasonable attack rate, super range, good damage. Probably our best anti-panic weapon, to be honest. If someone does panic, this will be the best way to shoot them into sanity. Well, that's sweet. And we're going to let Robert keep working on that for the moment. I want him to get the cool helmet. I know, it's like a 1% chance, but that'd be awesome. Okay, so he'll work on that. Fella will work on Slime Girl. Knight of Despair, pretty chill. We'll just send in, let's see, what is, it does white damage, so we could bring in somebody from up above that's not weak to white, at least. Honestly, a lot of us have got pretty good temperance stats. Here we go. Thorinum has relatively low temperance. I like to prioritize the temperance score above almost anything else, so I'll send that in first, and we'll do one more wolf while we're up here. Also reasonably good for attachment. This time we'll send in... Let's see... You gotta be red protected for this one. So, oh, and probably not Teth. Sorry, Jean-Mathieu, you're not ready. Hades can probably handle it. Only common on instinct, so yeah. We'll just be a little bit careful. I think he'll be fine. If we get a message he died, it was for the greater good. Alright. Congratulations, fella. We'll keep an eye on you, because this is the most dangerous one at the moment. The day's about to get interesting. I mean, I can end it as soon as anything goes bad. We're totally safe. Now, if chat wants to be helpful, let's just say, if you guys see something weird happening down here, let me know. Please. Because I've got a lot of things to keep my eyes on. Yeah, there you go. The army grows day by day, unknowingly. Fella's fine. Just keep an eye on your janitors. That's your job. You guys gotta watch them. This is gonna be a good result. I should probably get the... I should try to get the... see, that was a neutral result. Not what I wanted. See, because we know that it automatically goes down on a normal. It's not even a percentage. It's not even a chance. It definitely went down there. I wish I had enough points to see it, if we could click the basic information, but that's not an option. We might want to end the day right now, because I'm not sure if she's got a clip-off counter of 1, 2, or 3. It's hopefully 3, so we could accept 2 normals, but it could also be ready to escape. And it would escape as soon as the countdown is done over here, once that's finished. If it is ready to escape on 1 neutral, it's about to go. So we could just end the day. But let's read through the tips. So, we read the first 4, I believe. Yeah. So number 5, when it reaches 0, or it reaches 0 when the number of janitors is half the department, while Fella, essentially in this situation, is still alive. So if you've got someone with a slime heart, and half of the janitors are infected, it immediately hits 0. Great. It also goes to 0 if Fella dies, so try not to die. And after a series of experiments, it is found that the slime affects electromagnetic waves. If Fella, the blessed slime person, conducts insight work, okay, I'm not doing insight right now, and hits 24 PE boxes, which were not terribly easy to hit, the slime won't catch on to employees for 30 seconds. So that's some good tips there. I don't think we have... Well, I'd have to see the odds. I don't actually know if insight is like higher percentages than instinct. I've just been going with attachment because it seemed to work, but... yeah, 24 would be a little bit higher. We're going to risk it a little bit. I'm going to let this hit 0 to see if she escapes. And if she does escape, we'll just... She won't immediately hop into the room, so we should be able to end the day anyway. And I'd like to at least, get our points out of this stuff. We could send Fella over here to work on the mountain. That kind of keeps him quarantined, and it would finish our research for tomorrow. And finally, yeah, let's do that. Okay, Fella. This is sort of like advanced quarantine. Looks like repression is decent, and instinct is decent. You'll probably be max stats once this is done. This won't set off the clip-off meltdown. Remember, I'm trying to keep... You know, one thing I almost did there that I should have been smart. I didn't even think about it. I gotta remember, his countdown goes down if you walk in injured, which is what just happened. It's fine. It's fine, but I shouldn't have done that because he was still a little bit injured from his time with the slime girl. So that was a mistake. It's fine. It's fine. Meanwhile, Casco, you've got to handle this bird again. Remember, I could end any time. Alright, let's just make sure it doesn't do anything bad. Alright, it didn't escape. We're fine. Casco's handling the bird. Gotta live a little bit dangerously here. You guys handle the bird. And yeah, I think he's a little bit more excited now after Fella walked in there a little bit injured. Is there a reason why the game is called Lobotomy Corporation? To be fair, it hasn't been answered in-game yet. No, I don't think they've answered that at all in-game, so I couldn't help you on that one. Fella did a good job there. No problem. Alright, and the good news is we fully researched it. We might not have enough points today to buy the armor or anything, but we at least got the research done, which means it'll be easier to work on the next day. You can end anytime if an A-class is out. I thought if you're in the same room as it, like if you're in combat with it, it's kind of risky, but I am ready to escape if I need to. So, how much do we gamble here? I'd like to work... I'm going to work on it one more time, but I'm going to reset the percentages. Because we're not at... If this was Violet Noon or Green Noon, we would not be testing this out. But for now, we're doing fine. So, we'll let Cass go because he's right by the bird. We'll set the new, do not gamble with Goo Magician. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we got our meltdown. So we're definitely not going past this. 100%, there is no way that we can survive a Violet Noon. That's true. That might be a problem. Maybe that'll protect him, who knows. It's not the right bullet, but it's something. Let's see here. I gotta... Let's look at the meltdowns first. Snow Queen, Spider Bro, HR Spider, the tree again, Space Spider, a room that doesn't matter, and Night of Despair. This is fine. Let's set these guys up first. This is easy side. Let's send Hades over there. Snow Queen's pretty chill. She's pretty chill. And this guy's no big deal. And the tree's a little bit scary, but you know, we still have one free work session without any risk. And what else we got? What room is this? Oh, I'm not sending anyone into that. That's not safe. So we got to send someone over to the Night of Despair. That can be Thorinum again. That'll be fine. Bella will have to go work with the mountain again. We have to wait 12 seconds. Let's keep an eye on this. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh! Oh, no, that was me. That was me. That was me shooting it. It's fine. You just can't be too close. Stay away from Fella. 2 seconds. Okay, Fella, you gotta go this way. Oh, he's injured. I can't send him in. Oh, I can't send him in! Because he'll break out. So how do we do this? Is there anyone else that could survive? Black damage, right? 6 to 8 black damage. Rides, how you feeling? How you feeling, Rides? 0.8 black damage, wall armor. I think you'd survive. I love gambling with your lives. He's got 108 temperance. That's pretty insane. That's got to be about as good odds we can get at this point. I don't know if repression or fortitude are stronger. They both just say high, so I don't know which one's better. They might just be equal. Rides got it. Rides has got it. Get in there, Rides. Casco, you're far away. Like, you're up here with the bird. You're not gonna die anytime soon. Let's send someone in to play with the knight. Robert. Okay, we can't work on we can't work on instinct down here, but we'll just get Robert maxed out on his temperance. So Rides will be fine, and Fella is just gonna duck into this room real quick again. Now that the timer's reset. Now it did say instinct, right? So maybe he'll live. 76 HP. We don't actually know how much damage it does. Look. Fella, I believe in you. I can't send you to the regenerator. It's just not safe. Get it. Oh, oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Keep an eye on this guy. Sure wish I had a bullet. You're fine. Look, it's fine. They're just sleepy. They're all... You guys are worried about nothing. Look at this. Fella's gonna get a good. Nobody's gonna break out. Totally safe. 100% success. 65% of the time, it works every time. We're gonna get a good result here. We know its name is Melting Love now. In fact, we're gonna do so well, he's gonna trigger that special ability that they were talking about. Look at this. Rides is not gonna die. Fella is not gonna die. We got a 28, which didn't seem to do anything special, but I assume hopefully works. What did it say here? Insight work and produces 24 E's. We got more than that. Supposedly, it won't even spread for 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds. Alright, there you go. Melting Love, Aleph tier. You gotta get at least 24. Hades is still alive. Probably. Probably. Look at that. He's totally safe. Alright, that'll be done. We're not going to do the Violet Noon. Let's see. How much more can we gamble is the real question here. Blue loves to gamble. Guys, just keep it busy. Keep it busy. I think what I want to do is send one of the newbies with like level 1 to go do a little bit of repression work. I'm lucky. It's skill. Totally skill. 100% planned. I don't know. I think even if something bad happened, I'm prepared. There's a reason I saved this for the end of the day. Robert's busy. Bella's not healthy, or well, that's okay. It's okay. Let's just keep an eye on these guys down here. You're not prepared. Look. We got the 24. We can't spread the slime. I don't see any sick employees. We're gonna keep learning about this thing. Alright, we got lots of energy again. Rides can go heal up. I think we're gonna try basically one more time with the Melted Love. He'll be fine. One more time. One more time. The Goo Magician isn't to be trifled with. Look, if we get a normal, we're ending the day. It's fine. Hey. If I get a normal, it's fine. It's only at 2. A normal just goes down to 1. And we also learned that Rides can work the mountain, so we can do both of these at the same time. We just gotta wait. Rides is not quite fully healed. Any second now. There we go. So we'll send him in, see if we can start working towards... I didn't even look at these, by the way. So we got some awesome black 0.2 damage armor. That would be pretty sweet. Obviously the best anti-black armor in the game, I believe. And also a pretty cool hammer. It's fast for a hammer, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see, what else do we got? We don't know anything about that one. Gotta watch out. I can't trigger the Violet Noon though. That's the main one. Everything's cool until the Violet Noon shows up, and then we're dead. That's 1, 2, This is the last melting love. Let's get like one more night in there. That'll probably be it. This is probably all we can afford. No, I definitely know what will happen when Violet Noon triggers. Actually, hold up. I didn't count correctly. Sorry, no Night of Despair. Twitch is freaking out. That's pretty standard, though. Purple Noon is not the issue? Yeah, it is. Purple Noon comes down. Even if I move my guys out, 20 employees die instantly. This thing breaks free, that thing breaks free. That's clearly the issue. 100%. Aw, fella, you're not going to get it good this time. It's fine. He's not going to die. It's close, but he'll be fine. We're going to finish our research on this thing. We didn't get the 24 to get the protection, so we might infect some employees. And he did drop the clip-off counter. So we didn't quite get enough to get the information I wanted. You failed me by 2 points, fella. Alright. You're fine. I know that does nothing, but there you go. So as soon as this is done... Did you get him? I want to see it happen, honestly. Now that we're at the end of the day, I want to see someone get sick, just so I know what it looks like. Come on, somebody get sick, so I can see it. I want to be prepared. Fella, go back to general population. Twitch is too sketchy. Follow this girl. I want to see it happen. Actually, everybody's up there. You go up there. See, this will be fine. This is how science works, guys. Oh, oh, oh! I see it! We got little slime under cheeks. We got one. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's only one. That's nothing. That's what you guys have to look for, by the way. If you're trying to help and not be a troll, just let me know when you see that right there. Well, that's the animation where they might get infected. Now we got 2 people with it. That's what you gotta walk for. Well, 3 if you count Jelka. Jelka will be fine. Alright, we're done. That's enough of that. Now that I'm seeing it, it's time to end it. That's why we don't send fella to general population. Super safe. 18 lobotomy points. Someone got promoted. Nobody died. Quest complete. Fella, 100 HP. Grotham, some SP. We didn't really do a lot of training, so there won't be a whole lot of stats in here. But some people moving on up. Looks like, who got the promotion? Looks like Hades. Hey, Hades, by the way, you're still alive, and you got promoted to level 5. And, Casco. You didn't get to do a whole lot on day 1, but you got a couple. Would have been a fun ending of the day if we did the last accident. I mean, I'm not totally dumb. Alright. Honestly, that was a great success. We got a new weapon. We've researched the mountain. We just need his armor. And we just got to work on the melting love, which is going to take a little while. It's not an easy one to farm out on, basically. Alright. Let's see. So we get one normal one and then a tool today. So the girl begged in tears, "Mister, please cut off my feet." She was so talkative before. In the end, loneliness was the only listener. That's not a flower. Order all the employees to get away. That's a triple none of these are great, I think. I don't want that one, really. I guess we'll go for the feet? Do we want the shoes? They're kind of annoying, right? Aren't they? The problem with the flower, if I remember, is you have to have low stat employees, right? You can't have people with max, whatever it is, temperance or something. And I hate the monsters that punish you for having max stats. I generally try to avoid them because I hate keeping someone at like level 2 or 3 temperance. So I'm pretty sure that's what this one is, right? There's a couple different sort of flower type things. One of them's the head bursting thing, and one of them's the... I believe this is the gobble, for those of you from Monster Hunter, if I remember correctly. I had it, I think I had that one before. I'd reset after dying to censored, and I got this like second after one sin, and it was impossible to work on because everyone had 3 and higher stats, so it was kind of rude. Headburst doesn't force low stats. Yeah, but this is not Headburst, so it's the kind of annoying one. Could you just keep hiring low stats? Yeah, I mean, there's no reason I couldn't just keep someone at low stats. It's just they're useless for everything else. If they've only got one abnormality they can work on, it's kind of annoying. Like, I don't generally do so much min-max micromanagement that I say, like, you saw today, Fella did all the Aleph work, basically. That's not how I like to play normally. I'd rather everybody can work kind of a range that's similar. The feats are... we can handle the feats, I guess. They're all kind of annoying. We'll go with the feat. I think it'll give us the best armor. And then our tool... Portrait captures a moment. I've seen that one. We've had enough trees, I think we decided earlier. And the bracelet... I mean, none of these are going to help a whole lot. Well, actually, no, this could help. This could be worth it. I'm trying to pick tools, because there aren't very many tools. Like, I think it's easy to see all the tools before all the abnormalities. This one has some ability to help people. Like, it has some use. This thing kind of just always bad, if I remember correctly. And this thing is very situational. Could help a little, but super situational. True ending needs 100% in the book. Well, yeah, I mean, I can't do that at the moment. And besides, some of them, like the button thing, you have to just take it and then get rid of it and never bring it again. The bracelet's just bad. Isn't this the one where I think you can use it to heal up, you just have to heal fully before you return it or something? Or that's the one I'm thinking of anyway. Anyway, it's probably better to go with the picture, because I have seen the picture before and I can come up with 1 or 2 good uses for it, so we'll have stuff that we can use, basically. You return it before you heal up? Well, I didn't pick it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, voice acting. Do you know there's a cactus on your chaotic desk? I don't voice act, she's just normal voice. Looks like an employee who likes you put it there. A cactus. Which one of you put a cactus on my desk? You're going to spiders next. I don't like cacti much. There could be various reasons for growing a plant, but the vicious thorns are not pleasing to look at, and it doesn't produce any valuable sap either. It was rides. I've never seen it grow a flower bud either. Well, you are not a very patient cacti owner. Theoretically, it will bloom in the right environment, but maybe it thinks the area is barren since I've never seen it bloom. Will the cactus bear a flower? I'm pretty optimistic, yeah. You talk as if you saw it for yourself. Well, if you're so sure about it, then keep it. This place doesn't even have sunlight. You know what? We can set up some fluorescent lights. Cactuses, plants don't need natural sunlight. I know how to grow stuff with light. Alright, everyone's favorite twin annoying children. If you're looking for Tiprith, the meeting is still in progress. This is the nice one, though. You can kind of tell by the eye color, there's a nice one and a crabby one, so this one's okay. Not bad at conversation. I miss the managers who were talkative. There's something I wanted to ask. Do you notice that someone's memory and emotions are bleeding through us? So, we've been sort of learning this over the last few days. If you've missed the end of the last stream or the last couple episodes, they're starting more and more to talk about the background for the Saviras and the fact that we're on some sort of cycle of managers. You must have seen us being angry, happy, sad, even if we're machines. Yeah, see, we've been asking about that for a while. And we even have our own weakness. Why? What's inside us? If something is inside us, why make something imperfect? Planting weakness. Good question. Someone go talk to Angela. I tried to find the answer, but I gave up. I think you may have the answer. You. Us. Somewhere in your memory. There may be a reason why imperfection is required. We're machines, but not machines. Not machines. Suddenly we're playing, what was that game? Oh man, my memory's just failing me. We're playing, Fella, you know the game I'm talking about. from like a year or two ago. Nier Automata, that's the one. Man, I gotta play that game again one of these days. Alright, this is the bad one. Hey, are you having fun without me? Yeah. Tipperith, anything seriously fun is not good. Alright, children, it's time for another replacement. The cycle is getting shorter. But it can be reproduced anytime we need, right? Well, it's still company property, so it shouldn't be wasted. Tipperith, maybe we should explain it to the manager first. But why? I told you, Tipperith, a human mind is fragile. It can't take the existence of beings like us. But it's not that gross. It's not as if an employee is decapitated or their internal organs are spilling out. So I have seen this scene before. Just keep that in mind. Remember that line right there. That line. Humans fear the unknown. It doesn't have to be graphic. Face the fear. I prefer the boy over the girl. Well, they're the same. They're twins. Just not biological. Careful with the spoilers, because I know a lot of you guys in chat have seen the entire game before. There's so many things to be mindful of. Why can't they just replace managers with machines? It's not like they couldn't. Tipperith, there are things only humans can manage. The founder has a reason for assigning managers. Well then, off we go to storage. That's one of the few locations where perception is weakened. Oh, I know that place. Tipperith, what are you talking about? That's where we always go. Well, I don't mean that. I remember what happened here. So, again, I think a lot of this is the translation, but to explain a little bit, Angela came down and told this Tipperith that one of the Tipperiths is getting retired because something happened and the cycle is getting shorter. And we just had this one telling us something kind of important. And, well, I've got bad news for people that like this Tipperith. Thanks for helping me, as always. Alright, that's quest number 2 down. The next one's the same, so it's nothing to really worry about. It's just a little bit faster. That's no big deal. Just remember what they talked about for Tipperith number 2. Alright, new room. And I believe we'll get another upgrade. Remember day 10? It's been a long time since day 10. But yeah, now that we've done that mission, we've got a lot of stuff to do. White shield, black shield, white shield, black shield, black shield, I think. White just isn't the biggest problem, because we've got an awesome white damaging sniper rifle now, so black is more like you're gonna die, so we'll get that. I don't even use the shields very often. So, very, very soon, Tipperith mission number 3. Tipperith mission number 3. Suddenly, there's going to be 1, 2, 3 more quests! So that'll be exciting. Let's see. What else do we got? I guess for those future tubers, we should end the episode. Those of you in the future, next episode, we got ourselves a class. Not too bad. And a new tool. So, the big threat, of course, is just to keep working on these guys. We have a long way to go on the Melting Love. And we're pretty much ready to start farming the mountain, so this won't take too long. At least get the armor next time. And basically we get today to learn these two. And then if I remember correctly, because of the way this is all working out, we've done quite well on keeping ahead on the quests. Day 26 is going to be the next Super Saiyan episode. For sure. How far are we going to go today? We'll see. I don't know. For those of you in the future, recording has to end for now. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.